Y estamos acá en la cancha, estamos en el Bernabéu donde viene Messi con la pelota, lo ve a Ronaldinho, la pide Ronaldinho, gol.
O toque de cabeça, olha chance, olha gol, golaço!
¡Qué golazo!
Yeah, that's rice pudding, man. It's pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Golazo Football Podcast. Here we are at the Brazil Paradise Grill. Today we are not on IG Live or Facebook Live, so none of you can see how I look. Why? Because Instagram and Facebook are down. I don't know what the hell's going on. Bro, excuse me. This rice pudding is really, really good. I don't know what's happening, but Instagram is down, Facebook is down. So if you are a podcast listener, number one, thank you very, very much for supporting me. And number two, you'll notice that I haven't posted anything today, and I don't know until when. And today is March 13th, so excuse me. So I'm not on IG Live, I'm not on Facebook Live until, damn man, I drank too much Guaraná. So yeah, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, they're down. So let's just drive straight right into it. This is going to be a short episode because I'm just so freaking tired, and tomorrow's my day off, and finally I can sleep in. Champions League update. Let's start out with yesterday's matches. Manchester City completely demolished Schalke. Oh my god. Bro, 7-0. They won on aggregate 10-2. I was, not that I wasn't shocked, but I mean, come on. Anytime you see any team win more than like 4-0, they're thrashed, they're shitted on, blah 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 blah. I mean, it's a lot of fucking goals, bro. 7-0. I mean, Schalke didn't even stand a chance. Man City didn't let them even score, or even it seems like they didn't even let them get a shot in. Fucking crazy. And again, like we've been saying, this season is the comeback season. Juventus pulled it back. They pulled the comeback, and it was all Cristiano Ronaldo. He scored 2 headers, and then the PK. Bro, Cristiano Ronaldo, man, that guy is phenomenal. The guy's 34 years old, and he's still going strong. He scored all 3 goals. He lifted and he dragged Juventus past round of 16. And now they're headed to the quarterfinals. Hold they face? We'll find that out on Friday. Hopefully Instagram will be up and running so that I can post it. Today 2 weeks ago, right? 2 weeks ago. Today 2 weeks ago was a boring outcome. Or yesterday 2 weeks ago, technically. Liverpool versus Bayern 0-0. Then they take a trip all the way to Germany, and Mane scored 2 goals, and Van Dijk heading in the third. And technically, Liverpool scored all 4 goals because it was an own goal from a tip. But Liverpool, man, they take out Bayern Munich. I did not expect that. With Liverpool's troubles in the Premier League, I honestly thought that they were going to drag that form into the Champions League. And Bayern Munich doing phenomenal in the Bundesliga, now going in first. Or I think they're in second because of the goal differential. But it doesn't matter. You know, they've been doing fantastic to come back, you know, and close the gap between themselves and Dortmund. I thought they were going to bring that form into the Champions League. No, it was like the other way around. Liverpool showed up, scored 3 against Bayern, and knocked them out. Then Barcelona I honestly thought this was going to be a tight game where it was going to be like the Barca Roma situation last year. Nope. Barcelona, they did not allow Lyon to do anything but score one goal. Barcelona, I think it was a PK from Messi, Coutinho, Dembele. Dembele was it was perfectly placed. I mean, Messi took the counter, slowed it down, fed Dembele. Dembele just put it right through the legs or right through the arms of the Lyon goalkeeper, and sending a big hug, sending a big warm hug to Anthony Lopez, the starting goalkeeper for Lyon. Because unfortunately he got injured in the first half and he came off crying. I felt so bad for him. I was like, you know, definitely got to send that guy a big hug. So Barcelona cruised right past Lyon 5-1 with a goal from Piqué, 2 from Messi, Coutinho, and Dembele ending it. Excuse me. So the round of 16 is done. On to the quarterfinals. This is shocking. There's one team from Portugal, one team from Netherlands, one team from Italy, one team from Spain, and 4 teams from England. England is now the big dog in the fucking Premier League. Obviously, the 2 biggest teams, me personally, this is me just speaking from my point of view, think the big dogs are definitely Juventus and Barcelona. Not because of Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, but at the same time, yes, because of Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, they both got the 2 best players in the entire world, and they have that huge advantage, man. It's a huge advantage, and let's see if they can go. I mean, it would be amazing to see Messi versus Ronaldo again, and then another Barcelona versus Juventus, where last time Juventus eliminated Barcelona. But this Friday could see a Premier League team face off with another Premier League. We could get a Man United versus Liverpool. We could get a City versus Liverpool again like last year. We could even get a City versus United, which would be, oh my God, can you imagine a Manchester Derby? Or Derby, however you want to say it. Dude, man, this is exciting. It's so exciting. It's exciting to see because now we have, I mean, all 4 Premier League teams are doing fantastic. I don't really want to hype up Tottenham too much, but I mean, they knocked out Dortmund, and Dortmund's a big team, you know, so they're kind of like the underdog here. Ajax eliminated the reigning champions. Liverpool eliminated pretty much the strongest German team there. Juventus knocked out a tough defense. Who else? United knocked out PSG, which isn't like big, but I mean United's comeback. Porto knocked out Roma. Like, this is exciting, man. This is exciting, and I'm eager to find out who my team that I root for, Barcelona, is going for, and my secondary team when it comes to the Premier League, United goes for. Because to be honest with you, man, I honestly think the top 3 teams that definitely are going in for this, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest, and I honestly do not see a fierce team that can really win it. Like, it's just, it feels like all teams are pretty leveled. I feel like Liverpool, Barca, City, and Juventus are kind of at the same level. Whereas United are kind of like right behind them, especially with this new uprise that they got with Solskjaer. Ajax is a young, hungry team. They're young, so don't know. Tottenham is there, definitely an underdog, along with Porto. Porto, I mean, who would have thought that Porto would have gone this far? I mean, it's not that I ruled them out or I ever ruled them out, but I mean, honestly, I'm just being like realistic. Who would have thought Porto would have gone this far? You would have thought Bayern Munich or Real Madrid would have been in their place, Sorry, this rice pudding was just like calling my name. Europa League update. League 2 kicks off tomorrow between 1:55 p.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. Champions League in CONCACAF Champions League. Very disappointing for us MLS fans. Actually, let me go on and check how Monterrey and Atlanta are doing. Oh, they're at first half stoppage time, and it's 0-0 at the moment. So, okay, so it's still very open. I mean, Monterrey right now leads at 3-0. If they can hold the 0-0 or even score a goal, they're basically in. You know, unless Atlanta United pull a fucking miracle like they did against who was it? Let me look it up. Against Herediano, where they lost the first game 3-1 and came back 4-0. You know, unless they could do that, I don't think so. But what happened yesterday, Santos Laguna humiliated Red Bulls. They won the game 4-2, but they scored their 4 goals within 9 minutes. Mind you, Red Bulls took an early lead scoring in the first 9 minutes. It was a goal from Omar, I think it is. Omar Fernandez. And then Bradley Wright Phillips. Omar Fernandez scored at the 4th, and Bradley scored at the 9th minute. And then Red Bulls, they were doing so good, playing some great football in the first half. Second half came, and pretty much from the 45th till about the 65th, Red Bull were actually holding Santos pretty well. But I don't know what the hell happened that Santos scored the first goal, then they scored the second, then the third, then the fourth, and it was as if we didn't know what we were doing. Because I am, Red Bulls are my team. I am a fan of them. We didn't know what we were doing. We were just lost. And I was like, what the fuck happened, man? I honestly don't know. I can't. I don't even know where to begin to tell you what happened, what went wrong, how can we fix it, and why. Like, it just, to me, it does not make sense. Fernando, you guys know Fernando, who comes on the show from time to time. He texted me and he was like, what a heartbreak. What a heartbreak. I mean, it was a total shock. I mean, we really thought, after scoring the first 2 goals, you think you're back in it. And we were back in it. We were holding it down 2-2, But then Santos came back and within scoring 4 goals within 9 minutes, that definitely hurts your mind, the mental side of the game, So Rebels are eliminated. Santos Laguna goes on to the semis. Tigres also knocked out the other MLS side, Houston Dynamo. So on total aggregate, they lost 4-0. Not as bad as Red Bulls, I'll tell you that. Not as bad as Red Bulls, but Houston Dynamo's out. Atlanta United, I just told you before, it was at stoppage time on first half. Okay, now it's halftime. It's 0-0. They have to come back, score 3 goals at least, so that they can hold down the fort. But if they want to avoid extra time, they need 4 goals. They need to score 4 goals against Monterrey, which is going to be very, very difficult. And the last game, which will be tomorrow, again, CONCACAF, you need to schedule your shit on time. Organize it. Just follow the Champions League, okay? Nobody's going to make fun of you. Just follow the Champions League. Put the first 2 games on the first day, which you did great. Santos versus Rebels was yesterday at 8. Tigres and Houston was at 10. Great. You could have done the same exact thing today. Atlanta United and Monterrey started at 8. Okay. Then at 10 o'clock, you could have had Sporting KC versus Independiente. But no, you decide to move Sporting and Independiente for tomorrow, which makes no sense. But Sporting KC looks like the only MLS team to really have hope, because they lost the first game 2-1. Now, I know it's a loss. Okay, a loss is a loss. But they have the advantage because they at least scored a goal, and their gap isn't as big as Santos with Rebels and Tigres with Dynamo. Okay, Rebels were fortunate to lose only 2-0 the first game. But, they came back and shit happened. Houston they weren't fortunate because they didn't get a goal. Well, actually, I take that back. Rebels weren't fortunate either because they didn't get a goal away. Houston didn't get a goal away. Atlanta certainly didn't get a goal away. Sporting KC is the only MLS team that got a goal away, which is an advantage because if they score home, they're already leveled 2-2. And if it stays that way, Sporting goes through because they got the away goal. So, it's huge. So, let's hope that Sporting KC comes through and represents MLS and eliminates Independiente. But after that, Sporting KC they have to be really, really tough and see who they bump into, Santos or Tigres, or even if they face Atlanta or Monterrey, depending on what the result is. So we'll know about that by the end of tomorrow night. Sporting KC will host Independiente FC. And again, they need to overcome that 2-1 deficit. So, big news. Actually, no. I'm not going to get into that first. I'll probably leave that for last. According to Qatar's campaign, which is the FIFA World Cup 2022, right? Yeah, 2022 campaign. The CEO for that campaign, Al Katir, he said that there could still be a possibility of having a 32 World Cup team. Did I say that right? A 32-teamed World Cup. There we go. FIFA says if they open up to a 48-teamed World Cup, they are looking to expand to Oman and Kuwait as co-hosts of the World Cup. Now, that's not official yet, but I honestly don't think you should because... Sorry, that was my phone. I don't think you should open it up to a... to a 48... the 48 teamed World Cup because you'd have to it's a World Cup, it takes a lot of time to prepare. I mean, look at the last two World Cups. Russia were running late and there was still a lot of inspections that they had to do, and apparently damn it, what was I saying? Alright, anyway, but the point I was making was that Russia, they were running late on inspections and all this other stuff, and they pretty much finished everything like a day or two before the World Cup started. With Brazil was the same thing. They were running late and they were backed up on everything and this and that. It was a lot of shit. Same thing with South Africa. If you look into this, there was a lot of shit, and it's only 32 teams. With 48, you gotta like restructure and then add this and add that, and you make it more complicated for yourself. Now I understand because what they said was the CEO says by June they should announce how many teams will be in the World Cup. That's still not enough time. You should have definitely confirmed this officially long ago so that you have more time to adjust and build. Okay, that's 48 teams that you're taking into one nation. I'm not saying Qatar isn't big enough. Okay, that's not what I'm saying at all, but think about it. Literally, think about it. That's not just 48 teams. It's not like there's just 48 people going to the country. No. There's a huge roster. So that's like 24, 23. There's 23 men per team. You do the math. That's not including their staff members. And it's not including their family. And it's not including their friends. Their fans. Or even their friends. That's a shitload of people going into one goddamn country. Okay, I'm not saying that they're not going to fit. But if Qatar is building all these buildings, all the hotels and the stadiums and, these big places, these big, monuments and all this other crap, whatever they're building, you should have started and officially known that when you guys won the bid. Not now. Because you got what? You got the rest of 2019, rest of 2020, 2021, and then pretty much 80% of 2022 because the World Cup starts in November of 2022, which I'm still very, very pissed off at. And I'm sure every football fan is. On the business side, I'm very happy because then that's when I can sell jerseys for Christmas. But anyway, they gotta move this along quicker, and they have to organize this to the point where it looks like they never fucked up at all. They really have to structure this well. So, as soon as I hear something in June, I'll let you guys know. But as of right now, it's still up in the air whether FIFA World Cup 2022 will be with 32 teams or 48. They still do not know. Big news coming from Adidas. Adidas announced last Friday that going forward, the women who are sponsored by the Three Stripe brand will be paid equally as the men when they win the World Cup. So basically, any woman who is sponsored by Adidas and they win the World Cup this year, this June, or technically this July in France, will receive the same performance bonus that the men do, which is fantastic. I am so happy when I read this. I was so excited and so happy because finally women can start getting paid. And I'm hoping that this is a trend. I'm hoping now that Adidas put this out there, then Nike will look at it. Then all these associations like the US, France, Spain, Argentina, Brazil, all these other associations start saying, you know what? Yeah, we'll pay the women the exact same as men. Because what's the difference besides the fact that the gender is different? What's the difference? And you tell me. A perfect example, especially here in the United States, is compare the United States men and compare the United States women, and you tell me the difference. Oh, I'll tell you right now. Women have won 3 World Cups. How many have the men won? None. And the fact that the men, they're constantly go to the World Cup. Okay, not constantly, but whenever they do, like this past year, they didn't go. They didn't qualify. They go to the World Cup and they make it to what? Round of 16. The farthest, if I'm not mistaken, they went to quarterfinals. But the women, they start the group stage, they exit, they go all the way to the final, and they won it 3 times. 1991, 95, and 2015. And they're winning all these other cups, and they're doing all these other things, and the U.S. women, this is just specifically the U.S. I'm not talking Sweden, who's a big country, Japan, England, Brazil, Argentina, Spain. All these other countries, I have no idea. I would need to look into it a little bit more. But the U.S. women, they've won tirelessly of games. They're like the freaking Real Madrid of women in nations. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've won constantly, over and over and over again. They recently, I think, their streak ended against England, if I'm not mistaken, in the She Believes Cup last month. And this is fantastic. Like I said, I hope this is the start of a new trend where Nike will hear this, Under Armour, Puma, Umbro, and all these big brands or these sponsorships, even these associations will hear this and think to themselves, wow, we should have done this a long time ago. Yeah, you dumbasses, you should have done this a long time ago, but you never did. And I'm so excited because the FIFA Women's World Cup is literally right around the corner. We only have 85 days left until it starts. And let me run down the groups for you guys. Group A is the host, France, Korea, Norway, and Nigeria. Actually, Norway is another big team when it comes to women's football. So that's me personally. I'll say France and Norway because France, Not being the host, but France is very well known. Oh, also Germany. I forgot about Germany. Group B is Germany, China, Spain, South Africa. I'm going to say Germany, Spain. Group C is Australia, Italy, Brazil, Jamaica. I'm going to say Brazil and Australia. I've never seen the Italian women or even the Jamaican play. But, I mean, if they made it into the World Cup, that means they've got something to give. England, Scotland, Argentina, Japan. Hands down, England and Japan. But at the same time, I've seen Scotland play, and they're actually pretty badass. Argentina too. They're not too far away from England, Japan, or Scotland. Group B is Canada, Cameroon, New Zealand, Netherlands. I forgot about Canada and the Netherlands. I've never seen Cameroon or New Zealand, so obviously I'm going to go with Canada and Netherlands. Damn it, that's actually a pretty tough group. Because I'm going to have to assume Cameroon is pretty good. And then the last group, which is the three-time World Cup winners, our ladies, USA, Thailand, Chile, and Sweden. Now, I've seen USA, obviously, and I've seen Sweden. Thailand, I never even knew had a team. Chile, I mean, I think any South American is pretty badass, so I'm going to say it's going to be exciting. I'm very excited for it. I can't wait. Hopefully we can, come here at the Brazil Paradise Grill and definitely watch it. I know I'll definitely be stopping by to watch it. So 85 days, man. It's 85 days away from the World Cup kicking off, which is going to be fantastic. I cannot wait. So before we finish this episode off, because like I said, this was going to be a very, very short episode. Big news in Real Madrid. They don't have to suffer as much anymore. Why? Because they got their coach back. Hip hip hooray, am I right? This is crazy. I don't know why I'm laughing, because this is going to be very scary for me. With Zidane back at the Santiago Bernabeu, how will things turn out for Real Madrid? Will Sergio Ramos still push for a move out like he said the other day to Florentino Perez? Is Marcelo leaving? Isco? Bale? Apparently, in order for Zidane to say yes to Perez to come back to the club, he gave him conditions. Number one, he has full control of the team. Number two, he sells the players he doesn't want. I'm going to assume that's Bale. Number three, Marcelo and Isco are not for sale. Number four, James Rodriguez will not return. Number five, Neymar will not be bought. And number six, try to sign Mbappe. Now, these are just rumors. This isn't confirmed by the club or anything like that. I found this on Instagram, and I found this on, I forget what website is it called. But I found this on one of these football websites. Now, my question to you, the listener, and even the Madrista fan, is, with these demands, if they are met by Real Madrid, do you think Zizou can get Real Madrid back to where they were last year, dominating the Champions League, and the year before that, and the year before that, even without Ronaldo? Because now Zizou doesn't have Ronaldo. He does not have Ronaldo. So is Zizou going to put back Marcelo? Is he going to start Isco out a lot more? Is he actually going to get Mbappe from PSG? Mbappe just announced he's staying. So, I don't know. I'll let you guys answer that. Guys, thank you very much. This was episode 66, I think. I'll see you Sunday. Take care.